Just do the best you can, you know.
Hey guys, welcome back to J.P.s World of Wrestling. We're still at the Legends Arcade, but I've got a special guest. My childhood best friend,
That's
Joe Horn. This is his collection. Joe, tell me about some of your action figures here.
So, I actually have the very first wrestling action figure that my parents got me when I was 5 years old. We lived in Peoria, Arizona, and my dad comes whipping this package out from underneath the tree, and it was this Hulk. In fact, I'm going to pull it off the shelf.
Okay.
Let's take a good look at it.
All right.
Let's see if I can do this without knock. Might have to move Macho Man here. Yeah. But anyway, this figure right here. What year do you think this was? 1987?
Probably like 85. 84, 85.
It's dark in here. Let's take a look. 1984. JP got it right.
That's
A
right.
little trivia. But anyway, this figure right here was my very first ever wrestling action figure.
I love that.
And would you like to see my very second figure?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Standing right next to Hogan. The Junkyard Dog.
All right.
Now, here's the cool story about this. In fact, you can see on the bottom there, you can see where I've got them labeled Joe H5, Joe H5
I love that.
6. You know, because my memory is fading.
Right.
This was a long time ago.
A very long time.
But the cool thing about this figure is I actually did yard work, saved up my own money, and bought it for myself.
Oh, wow.
Before that, I didn't have anybody for Hogan to wrestle. And because we didn't get a lot of televised wrestling where we lived, I didn't really know who all was in the WWF at the time. And I didn't know really who was good or bad.
Same here, yeah.
I was just crazy about Hogan.
Right.
So anybody that wasn't him was against him.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
So these two wrestled, you know, at infinitum because they were the two I had.
Right.
And then I had a neighbor named Marcus. I don't remember his last name, but he had Big John Studd.
Ah.
And I didn't even have a wrestling ring. So what we did was we would have these like yard adventures. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they're just walking through the grass, and then you imagine maybe they're fighting a dragon for whatever reason on Earth.
It's Hulk Hogan's rock and wrestling with action figures.
Yes,
But not fighting crime.
but not fighting crime. Exactly.
That Roddy Piper was part of.
Come in a little closer. I'm going to put these back. Come in closer here. Most of these figures I did not collect as an adult.
Right.
Most of them I actually had when I was a kid. So there was one thing I was crazy about as a kid. I kind of played with Ninja Turtles a little bit. I kind of played with He-Man like a little bit.
Right.
Maybe a 1-year stint. And I would always go back to wrestling figures. And my childhood was literally having this guy over as often as my parents would permit. And if we weren't playing with these figures, we were playing Royal Rumble on the Super Nintendo or WrestleMania on the Super Nintendo. And remember that day I called you? So I'm like 13 years old and I'm seeing WWF Royal Rumble on the Super Nintendo for the first time. Remember that?
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, you'll never guess how good these graphics look. It looks so real.
It's like we're actually in the drop kicks. It's so real.
Yeah. And I didn't own it, actually. We rented it from this little video store up the road. You guys remember renting videos?
I
and video
do.
games? Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, some of the stuff I collected as an adult makes up probably only about 15% of this collection. I don't think as an adult, if I hadn't amassed this as a child, I probably would not have this collection. Because the cost of so much of this stuff now on like eBay, were you to actually buy it,
Yeah.
would be insane. I mean, I've got stuff, you know, with the stickers from Kmart, you know, $4.99,
Right.
$6.99 KB's Toys from 25 years ago.
For the days, yeah.
But now to get them on eBay would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's just a look at a couple of my LJNs from childhood.
All right. Well, Thank you for joining me on J.P.s World of Wrestling show.
Yeah.
So, if you're new here, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.